This is a quick video that reviews what the numbers mean in a time signature. Let's start with an example. Suppose the time signature was 2-4, in other words, a 2 on top of a 4. This bottom number shows you what kind of note counts as a tactus. This shows you what note value is the tactus. And this top number shows you how many tactuses per measure. So let's take each of those numbers one at a time. This bottom number is a 4. That means that's 1/4 or a quarter note counts as a tactus. So these are the tactus pulses right here. Okay. And then the top number means that there are 2 of those tacti every measure. So I put a bar line there, and then I'll put a bar line after 2 of them, a bar line after 2 of them, a bar line after 2 of them. These lines here are called bar lines, and they're separating the different measures. All right. Suppose the time signature was 3-4. Well, then this 4 means again that the tactus is a quarter note. All right. And now this 3 is telling me that there are 3 of those tacti every measure. So there's 3 tacti, 1, 2, 3, and then I'll put a bar line. 1, 2, 3, put a bar line. And so there you see there are 3 tacti each of those measures. And so why are these bar lines important? These bar lines are important because the measures are showing us how these tacti organize into larger patterns of strong and weak. The first tactus in each measure, in other words, it's called the downbeat, or the first beat in each measure, is relatively strong. The other ones are relatively weak. In other words, it's showing us one of those larger layers of meter. So if my quarter note is a tactus, I'll create a set of dots representing those tactus beats. This 2-4 is showing me that there is a larger pattern of stronger tacti every 2 of them, like so. In 3-4, if this layer right here is showing me the tactus pulse or tactus beat, then there's going to be a larger beat every 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, like so. Another common time signature, I'll just move this up, sorry, is 4-4. And 4-4, again, the quarter note counts as the beat. And there will be a 4 of those tacti per measure. All right. And that's also telling us if this is our tactus layer right here, then there is a stronger beat every 4 of those. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. In fact, you might remember from your reading, typically there should only be a larger pulse every 2 or 3. So what happens in 4-4 is, in fact, beats 1 and 3 are relatively strong because you need to have a larger beat every 2 or 3 of the smaller beat. And so with 4-4, in fact, you have 2 layers of meter. You have stronger beats every 2 beats, and then even stronger beats every 4 beats. That's not reflected in 2-4 and 3-4. So 4-4 is just a little bit different for that reason. The lower number does not have to be 4. Let's say, for example, that our meter was 3, 2. Okay. What note value would count as the tactus in that meter? Well, it'll be that lower number is a 2, and that 2 is basically means, you imagine 1/2 or a half. That means a half note is the meter. I'm sorry, the half note counts as the tactus, excuse me. And then that means that there is a measure every 3 of those half notes. So we have 1, 2, 3 half notes, 1, 2, 3 half notes, 1, 2, 3 half notes, and so forth. And just like before, that's our tactus, and then there's a larger pulse every 3 of them because of the top number in that meter. You can also have larger numbers as a lower number. So suppose we had, I don't know, 2, 8. Well, 8 is our lower number. That means the 8th note counts as the tactus. Okay, and then there are 2 of those every measure. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that. There is one exception to this rule, and that is meters like 6, 8, 9, 8, or 12, 8. In other words, if that top number is 6, 9, or 12, if the top number is 6, 9, or 12, then that top number is not showing us the number of tacti per measure. It's doing something a little bit different. These are examples of compound meter, and I suggest you review the book and the lecture notes from compound meter to review that. But these are the simpler meters, and that's what you need to know for that. Thank you.